Actually, like what the chairman has rightly said, as we all know, programs usually are organized in two sessions. The opening session and probably the technical session. However, considering the very important of this very important occasion that discussing on issues, very important present issues affecting the northern Nigeria, one would love to stay up to the end of the program. But I have a paper to present in another use occasion at Daura now. It was supposed to start by 2 o'clock, by 12. But I have to call them to reschedule the program to another time, maybe 3 or 4. However, I stand here on behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Malanda Uko Omarada, PhD, Soyan. First of all, I would like to express our profound appreciation and commendation to organizers of this very important event. Issues have been discussed that hinders the development and progress of the northern Nigeria, our beloved northern Nigeria. Very important issues, particularly the issue of insecurity, bedeviling the progress of our state and the region has been discussed. This issue of insecurity has been, or rather has become a canker that hinders our progress. And actually, we all have concern on finding a lasting solution to this social insecurity. In Katsina State, like what the Board of Trustees Chairman has rightly said, the communities in Katsina State and the government of Katsina State has done a lot to tackle or to contain this insecurity in Katsina State. Katsina State has now become a role model in the northern Nigeria in terms of tackling insecurity. I'm so glad, and everybody would love to hear that the Katsina Forum has a committee that always discusses on how to find solutions to this insecurity in Katsina State. On the part of government, we are all aware of the effort of this administration toward this end. When His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, assumed duty as the Governor of Katsina State, his first priority is to try to tackle the insecurity affecting the state. Because there is no progress without security. That's why he prioritized insecurity in Katsina State. He established a Ministry for Internal Security and appointed a commissioner to the ministry. Immediately, he engaged, or rather, he employed or he deployed, he recruited community watch corps. Because the whole issue about insecurity is about the public, not only about the government. And we need to have community engagement to tackle this social basis of insecurity. That's why he decided to engage the local people in their communities to contribute or to give their contribution to how we can tackle this social insecurity. He therefore established the community watch corps, recruited about over 1,500 youth, trained them, and procure equipment worth 10 billion naira for their operation, which include Toyota Hilux, other working material that I don't want to mention, and also even the security, the state apparatus. That means the security agents we have. A lot of working equipment were purchased and given to them. You will believe with me today that security has been reduced to about 70% in Katsina State. Initially, we have over 24 local governments that were under siege of the bandits in Katsina State. But now, they operate in only 8 local, what we call 8 frontline local governments that possess the Ugu forest. Like what Dr. Mustaka had rightly said, the bandits usually, previously, they used to come to Katsina City, kidnap people, Kankia, kidnap people. They even used to go to Ingao and kidnap people. But after the recruitment of this community watch corps, now, alhamdulillah, we have solved 70% of the problem. They're no longer afraid in those, what we call the 10 vulnerable local governments. Now they only operate casually in the 8 frontline LGS. We thank God that the government of Katsina has interest in this insecurity problem I'll talk in house later. We also talked about agriculture, which is the main economic activity of our state. Majority of people in Katsina State are into agribusiness. And therefore, that is why also His Excellency, the governor, gave emphasis to people up to agriculture. Recently, on his working visit to China, government of Katsina State partnered with a Chinese company to provide mechanized agri-equipment to Katsina State of about 30 billion naira. A council has already given approval to this procurement. And very soon, the consignment will start arriving in Katsina. The intention of government is to create an agri-mechanized center in each 34 local government area of the state, which comprise of tractors, reachers, combined harvesters, and many other mechanized agri-equipment, so that small and large-scale farmers will be able to hire those mechanized equipment for their farming businesses. Like what the former director of NOAA has said. Initially, we had programs in Tambu, Tambu, and Daudawa and other places, 3 of the places. That's why government is now trying to revive, so that we have mechanized agri centers in each of the local government area state. And likewise, we are all living witnesses that this rainy season, Katsina government purchased 20 metric tons of fertilizer for rainy season farmers, which is the largest farmer ever procured by the state government, and even the largest ever procured this year by any state in the federation. At least Katsina State government, under the leadership of Dr. Umar Rada, is trying the best to see that he revamped the agri sector. Likewise, the government has also approved the procurement of solar water pump for irrigation farmers. All these are efforts by this administration to try to see that we improve agricultural activities in the state. Likewise, in the field of livestock development, government is doing a lot toward that effect. We talked of education. Actually, if you want a developed society, then improve their quality of education. And if you want to destroy society, destroy the education system. That's where also His Excellency, the governor, gave emphasis to the education sector. Many schools were renovated. A lot of structures were built in collaboration with the Agile program. A lot of teaching and learning material was supplied to various schools. Above all, over 7,000 teachers were recruited by this administration. It's the highest number of teachers ever recruited by any government since the creation of Katsina State. Not only that, those teachers were trained on latest and modern teaching practices before even they are deployed to their places of primary assignment. These are all issues in the education sector. Take example, recently this government sponsored 68 indigenous youths in Katsina State to China to study artificial intelligence and bioeconomy, all in an effort to see that we have improved the knowledge and the capacity of our youth so that they will get employment immediately after they finish their schools. Just recently, also early this year, Katsina government sponsored 42 number youth in Katsina State to study MBBS in Egypt. Why? Just to fill the gap in the medical personnel we have in our hospitals. In fact, like what everybody is talking about this education, yes, we have to invest more in education. And Katsina's government under leadership of Dr. Umar Radha is investing heavily in the education sector. When you talk of social investment, Katsina and entrepreneurship, His Excellency for his passion to create jobs and to support their enterprise in Katsina State, and our medium and small and medium enterprises. He created an agency called Katsina, Katsina State Enterprise Development Agency, with a DG, and is doing very well to create jobs and to give opportunities for our youth, not only youth, to women and other enterprise for them to develop, to grow for the economic growth. Recently, His Excellency, the Governor of Katsina State, injected 5 billion naira in collaboration with backup industry to give loan to small and medium enterprises. Or also there is another collaboration of 1 billion naira with Sterling Bank, which will give nano loan to youth. And the portal is now open. Everybody can link and apply before 13th of this month. All these are issues, or rather are effort by this administration to teach us, to see that he created wealth for economic growth of the state. Katsina State government actually is doing very well in every sector of our economy and every sector that we can talk about. And then in the health sector, there is one very important scene of large, heavy investment. Initially, our people, not only in Katsina State, many states have to travel abroad for some very simple illness. Why? Because you cannot even diagnose. We don't have the diagnostic equipment to diagnose the illness. All those traveling to health tourism to Egypt, China, India, and whatever, it's not that we don't have the personnel to man those illness. No, it's because we don't have the equipment to diagnose the diseases. That's why His Excellency presented the council, and the council approved 12 billion naira for the purchase of latest diagnostic imaging equipment. In fact, when supplied, they are going to be supplied by Siemens company from Germany. In fact, in the whole Nigeria, the equipment that we brought in the whole Nigeria, not only Nigeria, is the best machine ever in the West African states. And people from all over the state and from all over the West African state will come to Katsina for medical tourism. The imaging center is under construction now at Ahmadu Limi General Hospital, Special Hospital, Katsina. Also, His Excellency constructed and equipped an dialysis center, 12-bed capacity dialysis center. We have only one dialysis machine in Katsina State before, which is at General Hospital, Katsina. But now we have 16-bed dialysis machines in General Ahmadu Limi Hospital, Special Hospital. All these are issues to give essential and very qualitative healthcare service to our people. And the intention of this administration to see that we have at least in every ward of the state, we have one functional primary healthcare clinic that will admit people there and do everything. And already 102 primary health cares have been unabated. This last council, the council approved another 26 primary health care for revitalization, so that we will have, in each ward of the state, we will have one functioning primary health care clinic that will cater to the health needs of that community. So, a lot is being done, a lot has been done, and the government is still doing a lot. We'll continue to do more to see that we improve among the Katsina State government under the leadership of His Excellency Malam Duko Marada has increased, or rather, has made life easier to the people of Katsina State. It's very important. Actually, I'm very happy with this engagement. We talked about community engagement, community participation in governance. Recently, His Excellency the Governor went on a town hall meeting in all the 3 senatorial districts in the state, Katsina, Daura, and Buntua. He engaged the local people. He engaged the public. He engaged all stakeholders, listening to their problems and their complaints. And let me tell you one very important thing in terms of our community engagement in governance introduced by this administration. Now, we have what we call community-based budget. Government will no longer sit in the office and say, all right, we will build a hospital or road construction or whatever in so village. No. All demands, what will be reflected in the budget will come from the communities now. It is a community that will say we like social thing, we like social project in our area, and that will what will be injected in the budget. All this is trying to engage, or rather, yes, trying to involve communities in governance. Well, I have a lot to say, but because of time factor, finally, on behalf of His Excellency the Governor, I wish to commend the organizers of this engagement. And it's very important. Finally, I would like to call on our youth that we have a bad experience during the last national protest. So, my advice, or rather, I wish to urge the youth that rather than protest, let us resort to dialogue rather than protest. We have seen the lives and the properties that were lost and destroyed in the last national protest. Therefore, dialogue is the best suitable solution to our problem. So rather than resorting to dialogue, I'm urging on behalf of His Excellency for youth to employ dialogue rather than protest, because the protests are already infiltrated by bad elements and turn it into from peaceful to violent protest. Thank you so much. May God bless you all.